Hi friends, today I am going to discuss direct tax in that reduction chapter. Okay friends, let's move on into the chapter. Deductions from gross total income. No deduction under chapter 6A is allowed from income from capital gain. Okay? No deduction under chapter 6A is allowed from income from capital gain. And see the next. No deduction on income which do not form part of total income. Okay? If any exemption claimed under section 10AA or deduction claimed under section 80JJAA, 80QQBB, 80JJAA and 80QQB, 80RRB. If any exemption claimed under section 10AA or deduction claimed under section 80JJA, 80QQB, 80RRB, then balance income after such exemption and deduction will not be allowed for further any deduction under chapter 6A. Okay? And say deduction under section 80 JJA, 80 QQB, 80 RRB will be allowed if the income tax return is filed on due date as per section 139 subsection 1. Okay? And see the first section 80C, certain investment or payment or deposit, maximum 1,50,000 deduction allowable. Okay? 80C for individual, spouse, any child, minor, okay, or major, any child, and HUF, any member. Okay? And see, applicable assets is individual HUF. And mutual funds, in this 80C reduction, mutual fund as scheme notified by CG. Okay? That means unit linked insurance payment scheme, and next pension scheme, equity linked savings scheme. Okay? And see the next, repayment of principal amount of loan for the purchase of house property or construction of house property, and such house property should be let out house property. Okay? And see the next one, loan from employer, then employer limited company, employer, then employer limited company, and university or college, cooperative society, otherwise loan from LIC bank, National Housing Bank only. Okay? Loan from employer, public sector undertaking or university or college, cooperative society, otherwise loan from LIC, otherwise loan from LIC bank, National Housing Bank only. Okay? And see the next, public provident fund, statutory provident fund, recognized provident fund, employees contribution only for himself, spouse and children. Okay? And see the next, UTI, Unit Trust of India, National Savings Certificate, NABARD, National Housing Bank, term deposits, and the next, NPS, tied to account, also known as additional contribution under NPS, contribution done by CG employee. Okay? Infrastructure company, shares, debentures, etc. Okay? And see the next, time deposit cumulative of post office for a period of 5, 10, 15 years. Okay? And the next, term deposit of scheduled bank for a period of 5 years. 5 years. Okay? Term deposit, time deposit cumulative of post office for a period of 5, 10, 15 years. Term deposit of scheduled bank for a period of 5 years. Okay? Tuition fee for 2 children maximum for full-time education in India. Okay? And the next, super annotation fund contributed by employees, super annotation fund contribution by employees, senior citizen savings scheme for 5 years, stamp duty paid at the time of acquisition of house property, Sukanya Samriddhi account, and LIC life insurance premium paid before 1414 1414 sorry 1412 before 1412, maximum 20 percentage of capital sum assured. Okay, and see 1412 to 31 3 13, maximum 15 percentage capital sum assured. After 1413, maximum 10 percentage capital sum assured. Maximum 15 percentage capital sum assured for persons under section 80U and 80 DDB. 80U handicap, 80 DDB special disease. Okay, and see the next section, 80 CC, contribution to certain pension scheme, that means annuity plan. Annuity pension scheme are plan of LIC or any other insurer, also known as approved pension scheme. Maximum 1,50,000. Okay, and see the next section, 80 CCD, National Pension Scheme of CG, Tier 1, employed, self-employed, self. In employees contribution deduction under section 80 CC D1. Employers contribution deduction under section 80 CC D2. Maximum 10 percentage of salary or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. And here maximum 10 percentage of salary or 14 percentage of salary in case of CG employer. And the next 1,50,000, 10 percentage of salary or 14 percentage of salary in case of CG employer. Okay, whichever is lower. Okay, and see self-employed deduction under section 80 CC D1, maximum 20 percentage of gross total income or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. Okay, and see here salary means basic salary plus DA recognized. Okay, 80 CCD1B, 80 CCD1B additional 50,000 deduction allowed. Okay, 80 CCD2 1,50,000 deduction exclusively. Okay, and see the next section, 18 CCE, maximum limit of deduction as per section 80C plus 80 CCC plus 80 CCD1, 1,50,000 maximum deduction allowable. Okay, and see the next 1,50,000. Section 80D, medical insurance premium and medical expenses. Medical insurance premium include contribution to CGHS, other health schemes notified by the CG. Okay, medical insurance premium for himself, spouse or children, dependent, resident, normal citizen or NR, 25,000 per annum. Senior citizen 50,000 per annum. Okay, medical insurance premium for parents, dependent or independent but no grandparents, then 25,000 per annum for resident, normal citizen or NR, and resident senior citizen 50,000 per annum. Okay, and see the next, preventive health checkup allowed in cash 5,000. Okay, per annum, both including both 5,000. And see medical insurance premium can be taken from LIC, general insurance company, or any approved insurance company. Okay, if medical expenses incurred for any senior citizen members of the family and no medical insurance is paid for such a pension, then medical expense up to 50,000 allowed. Okay, if medical insurance premium is paid for more than 1 year, then divide the medical insurance premium amount by number of years premium is paid. Okay, and see the next section, 80DD, expenditure on dependent handicap relative. Okay, treatment deposits. In treatment, nursing, training, rehabilitation. Deposits, LIC, UTI approved. Okay, Handicap can be mental or physical handicap, which includes cerebral palsy, autism, mental retardation, multiple personality. Okay. ATDD means expenditure on a depend handicap relative. Relative means relative includes spouse, brother, sister, children, parents. Okay. Deduction less than 40 percentage. This is nil. 40 percentage to 80 percentage, 75,000 deduction. Okay. Greater than or equals to 80 percentage, 1,25,000. Okay. And see the next section, 80 DDB, expenditure on specified diseases. If the assessee incurs expenditure for himself or relative for disease specified under rule 11 DD, then he is eligible for deduction under section 80 DDB. 80 DDB, amount paid normal 40,000, senior citizen 1 lakh, whichever is lower. Amount paid normal 40,000, senior citizen 1 lakh, whichever is lower. Okay. And see, no such deduction shall be allowed under the assessee obtain the prescription for such medical treatment from a neurologist, oncologist, hematologist, immunologist, or such other specialist as may be prescribed. Okay. And see the next section, 80E, interest on loan taken for higher education. Loan taken by assessee for himself, spouse, children, student for whom assessee is legal guardian. Maximum deduction interest paid. Okay, deduction allowed for 8 consecutive assessment year for a higher education. That means 10th plus 2. Okay. And see the next section, 80EE, interest on loan for residential house property. House property acquired during 1/4/16, 31/3/17. House property acquired, and the value of house property 50 lakhs maximum, and the loan taken 35 lakhs maximum from financial institution, that is banking company and housing finance company. Okay. Assessee should not be owner of any house property on date of loan sanctioned. Okay. Deduction allowable, actual interest paid 50,000, whichever is lower. Okay. The benefit of deduction under this section would be available till the repayment of loan continues. Okay. And see the next section, 80EE, interest and loan taken for certain house property. In this case, house property acquired during 1/4/19 to 31/3/20. And see, SDV of house property 45 lakhs maximum, 45 lakhs. And the next loan 45 lakhs maximum from financial institution, banking company and housing company. Financial institutions, that is banking company and housing finance company. Okay. And the next, assessee should not be owner of any house property on date of loan sanction. Okay. In this case, deduction actual interest paid 1,50,000, whichever is lower. Okay. The benefit of deduction under this section would be available till the repayment of loan continues. Okay. And see the next section, 80EEB, interest and loan for purchase of electric vehicle. Eligible assessee individual. Loan to be taken from financial institution during 1/4/19 to 31/3/23. Financial institution means banking company, any deposit taking NBFC. A systematically non-deposit taking NBFC. Okay. Deduction interest paid 1,50,000, whichever is lower. Okay. The benefit of deduction under this section would be available till the repayment of loan continues. Okay. And see the next section, 80GG. 80GG. In case of salary person, he must not receive HRA. Okay. He must not receive HRA. 80GG, house rent. Okay. 5,000 per month, 25% of adjusted total income, rent paid minus 10% of GTI, gross total income, actual rent paid, whichever is lower. Okay. And see the next section, 80GGA, donation for scientific research or rural development, unlimited if paid in mode other than cash. Okay, in case a cash if donated up to 10,000, okay, then 10,000 deduction, otherwise not applicable. Okay, and so the next section 80 GGB, donation to political party by company. And so the next section 80 GCC, donation to political party by individual, in this case company. Okay, in this case individual. Okay, deduction 100% allowed if made by any mode other than cash. Okay, and see the next section 80 QQB, royalty income of author, resident individual whose total income includes income of royalty, 100% of such income 3 lakhs, whichever is lower. Okay, and see the next section 80 RRB, royalty income of parents, resident individual whose total income includes income of royalty from parents, in this case 100% of such income 3 lakhs, whichever is lower, deduction allowable. Okay, and see the next section 80 TTA, interest on saving bank account, in this case 100% of such interest income of 50,000, whichever is lower, deduction allowable. Okay, and see the next section 80 TTB, interest on deposits in case of senior citizen, in this case actual amount of interest on deposit, actual amount of interest on deposit 50,000, whichever is lower. Okay, and see the next section 80 U, handicap, a person who is certified as handicap by medical authority, normal 75,000, 40% to 80%. Okay, severe 1,25,000, above 80%. Disabled. Okay, deduction can be taken by the assessee even if no medical expenses are incurred. Okay, for himself or father, mother, brother, sister or kids. Okay, if for other than himself, deduction is taken such other relative mentioned above, mentioned here, then such relative himself cannot take in the deduction. And see the next section 80G, donation, unlimited, limited. In unlimited 50% deduction, 100% deduction cases. In limited 50%, 100% deduction cases. And see the first unlimited, in unlimited deduction 50% case, Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund, Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust, Prime Minister Drought Relief Fund. Okay, 50% deduction. And see 100% in unlimited, medical relief for poor fund set by state. Okay, educational institution for national MNCs, national state blood transfusion councils, sports and cultural fund, trust for welfare of person under section 80DD, and the technological development fund, communal harmony fund, children fund, illness assistance fund, defense fund, fund for control of drug abuse, and chief minister relief fund, chief minister earthquake relief fund Maharashtra, chief minister cyclone relief fund Andhra Pradesh, and the prime minister Armenia earthquake relief fund, prime minister national fund, army central welfare fund or Indian naval benevolent fund or air force central welfare fund established by armed forces of the union, Gujarat earthquake relief fund, Africa Indian Relief Fund, Lieutenant Governor Relief Fund, Swachh Bharat Kosh by CG, Clean Ganga Fund by CG, Jilla Shastra Samiti Fund. Okay, these all are the unlimited deduction. Okay, donation up to 2,000 is allowed in case of cash. Okay, And see the next, limited deduction in case of 50%. Charitable purpose of government, local authority or approved institution, but such institution or funds shall not be for benefit of any for particular religion or caste or community. Housing development authority, institution promoting minority community, notified temple, mosque, church, etc. only for repairs and renovation. 50% deduction. Okay, and see the next, 100% reduction in case of limited government, local authority or approved institution for family planning. Indian Olympia Associator or national sport level bodies, development of infrastructure, sponsorship for sports or games. These all are the cases of 100% deduction. Okay, and see the next, deduction allowed in limited 100%, 50%, and the limited 100% plus 50%, and maximum 10% of GTI, gross total income. We compare these two only for whichever is lower. Okay. Deduction allowed in this following manner. Okay. And see the next, calculation of aggregate gross total income. First, gross total income, and the next, less long-term capital gain at the rate of 20%, and the next, long-term capital gain at the rate of 10% under section 112A. Short-term capital gain at the rate of 15% under section 11111A. Okay, and the next, reduction under chapter 6A. Okay, except 80G. Okay, and the next, last, less any income on which tax is not payable, aggregate gross total income. Okay, see for example, gross total income 1000, long term capital gain 10, long term capital gain at the rate of 10%, then 10 amount. For example, amounts I am taking, short term capital gain 10 and except 80GG 10, and any income on which tax is not payable, aggregate gross total income 10, and the remaining 950 aggregate gross total income. Okay, and see the next section, 80JJA, employment of new workmen, deduction 30% into additional employee cost. Okay, deduction allowed for 3 assessment year. Okay, condition for additional employee cost, employee employed during the previous year and due to which there is additional employee cost. Okay, and the next, employee whose salary is not more than 25,000 per month, and all this employee contribution to a RPF. And the next, employee should be employed for 240 days minimum, and the next, employee employed in the business of making footwear and leather product, then they should be employed for 150 days minimum. 150 days minimum. Okay, and the next, if the employee not employed for 240 days or 150 days as the case may be, but in employed for a period of 240 days or 150 days in the succeeding year, then his succeeding year company will get deduction of 30%. Okay, additional employee cost, number of employees into number of employees into number of months into amount of salary into 30%. Okay, see the format of deductions. Name of the assessee, residential status. Okay, assessment year, previous year, particulars. Income from salary, income from house property, PGBP, income from other sources other than under section 10 exemption income. Income from capital gain but no deduction benefit available under chapter 6A. And the next, gross total income less deduction under chapter 6A. Under section 80C, maximum deduction allowed 1,50,000. See, for example, LIC deposit in PPF by the employee, total and maximum allowed under section 80C, and reduction allowed under section 80C, whichever is lower. Okay, this is the procedure. And see the next. And under section 80CCC, maximum deduction allowed 1,50,000. Under section 80CCD, see the working note 2. Employee contribution salary person, maximum allowed 10% of basic salary plus the dearness allowance recognized for maximum amount allowed, deduction allowed under section 80CCD1, whichever is lower. Okay, or self-employed person contribution, maximum allowed 20% of GTI, maximum amount allowed, reduction allowed under section 80CCD1, whichever is lower. Okay, additional deduction under section 80CCD1B, employee contribution or self-employed contribution, deduction allowed under section 80CCD1 amount, and maximum amount allowed, deduction allowed under section 80CCD1B, whichever is lower. Okay, and so the next, employer's contribution, maximum allowed 10% of basic salary plus dearness allowance recognized, 14% basic salary plus dearness allowance recognized, CG employer. Okay, and the next, maximum amount allowed, deduction amount allowed under section 80CCD1 2, whichever is lower. Okay, and see the here 80CCD1 maximum deduction allowed, 80CCD1B additional deduction allowed 50,000, 80CCD2 maximum deduction allowed 1,50,000. Okay, and see the next, under section 80CCE, 80C plus 80CCC plus 80CCD1 maximum 1,50,000. And see the note number 3, deduction under section 80C, add deduction under section 80CCC, add deduction under section 80CCD1, total maximum allowed under section 80CCE. Okay, 1,50,000. And see the next section under section 80D, and see the note number 4. Case 1, case 2, case 3. In case of case 1, assessee plus parents aged up to 59 years. Case 2, assessee up to 59 years plus parents senior citizen. Case 3, assessee plus parents senior citizen. And see, normal citizen, medical insurance premium paid by assessee for himself, wife, children 50,000. Maximum 25,000 case 1. Case 2 25,000. And case 3 not applicable. And senior citizen, medical insurance premium paid by assessee for himself, wife, children 75,000, maximum 50,000. Case 1, case 2 not applicable. Case 3 50,000. Case 3 senior citizens, no. Okay, and see the next, normal citizen, medical insurance premium paid by assessee for parents 50,000, maximum 25,000, 25,000 not applicable, not applicable. Okay, and the next, senior citizen, medical insurance premium paid by assessee for parents 50,000, maximum 50,000. Case 1 not applicable, case 2 not, case 2 50,000, case 2 parents plus assessee up to 59 years, no, parents senior citizen, and the case 3 50,000. And the next, preventive health checkup 10,000 paid in cash, maximum 5,000. Case 1, case 2, case 3, but 10,000 paid in cash. Okay, medical expenses for senior citizen whose medical insurance premium is not taken 75,000, maximum 50,000. Okay, maximum deduction under section 80D 50,000, 25 plus 25. So in case of case 2 75,000, and in case of case 3 50,000, 50,000, 1 lakh. Okay, this is the deduction amount, 50,000, 75,000, 1 lakh. Okay, and the next, if any deductions given in a question, then mention. Okay, and the next, and so the next 80G, note number 5. unlimited deduction 100 percentage, 50 percentage. Okay, and the limited deduction 100 percentage, unlimited deduction 50 percentage, limited 100 plus 50, 10 percentage of aggregate gross total income, whichever is lower, total A, total B, deduction under section 80G. Okay, after considering all this, we will get net total income. Okay, this is the format of deductions. Okay, okay friends, all the best. Do well, prepare well. Bye bye. If you have any doubt in this chapter, I already made video on this chapter. Okay, I will provide link in description. Once go through it. Okay.